Hi students, Cynthia Nitch here, wanting to cover Access Database Chapter 5. This is the Independent Project 5-5. And I'm only going to do half of it because I'm not going to test on macros, but I do want to show you a relationship, to how to define a relationship with the Lookup Wizard. It's just interesting in it, like there's some things in there that you'll find that you already know how to do, but I thought I would just cover this because it's a little confusing. All right, so we have two tables here. We have drivers and we have their tickets that they got, like, you know, unsafe speed, passing lane, something or other. Let me make that bigger and see, violations. So we have these two tables, right? And these two tables are have a relationship with a foreign key. So you have a license number under drivers, and then that's the primary key there. And then the foreign key in the tickets table is driver's license number. So this is how these two tables are joined together. Notice that tickets also has a primary key. All right, so what I want to do is I actually want to create a third table and then go ahead and connect that third table to tickets. So let's just look at tickets again, and you'll notice that this officer badge number has a different badge numbers for each officer, right? But the thing is I want to change this, and I want to create another table called officers, and I want to have that officer have his ID badge, his first name, and his last name, and I want it to be a lookup table for this tickets table. All right, or lookup wizard, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to X out and I'm going to create that table. So I'm going to click create and I'm going to do table in design view. And then the first thing that they want me to do in this table is to do officer ID, and that's short text, unique ID / badge number, and that is a field size of 9. And that is also the primary key, right? Okay, so I have that, and then the next one I need to do is first name and so forth. I need to fill out all these field names, their data type, and their descriptions, and then I'm going to save it as officers, and then I'm actually going to fill out the records of each officer. So I'm going to pause the video and get that done, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here is my officers table. Here's my 4 field names, and I went ahead and did all my field sizes. Then I'm going to go ahead and look in data sheet view, and I actually typed in all these records, right? So I have 3 tables now. I have drivers, officers, and tickets. And again, in my tickets, I want to do a lookup for the officer's first name, ID, first name, and last name. Okay, so let's get that done. So I'm going to right click on tickets and choose design view, and then on my officer badge number I'm going to change that to a lookup. Then I want to type in, I want the lookup field to get the values from another table, and that another table is officers. Okay, so I'm going to click next, and I want officers, and I want their ID. I double click on that to get to the other side, and that one. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and alphabetize it by last name. And then here is the little key that usually they want me to hide the primary key, but I don't want to hide it. That's actually that's part of the data that I need. But a lot of times they have you hide it just because it's access information that doesn't matter. But in this case, it does matter. So I'm going to click next. And then when you select the row, I want to do it by officer ID. Click next. And then I want to enable data integrity, and I want to restrict the delete. And all I need to do now is click finish, and then I click yes. So I'm going to go look at, I'm going to close everything, and I'm going to go ahead and look at what it did to my tickets. So I click on tickets, I look at my badge, and I can choose that I know that that badge number is Alex. So if I go here, I know that that badge is Javier. So that worked, right? And there's one more thing I want to show you, that it automatically created a relationship for me. So I got to go get it. So I'm going to click add tables, and I'm going to choose my new table called officers. And you'll see that now I have a connection between officer ID and office badge number. So there you go. By the way, this little middle, or this middle table is it called the junction table because it connects the two of these together, and it's hitting two primary keys as foreign keys. So that's how you do a lookup. It says define a relationship with the lookup wizard, and that's what we did. We defined this relationship and we did a lookup wizard in the tickets. Okay, there are other little things that you guys can do in this project, but that's basically the whole topic of this 5.5. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.